My name is Todd Anzac. I work down here at MATC, auto instructor. The program covers chassis, which is suspension. It's wheels, tires, brakes, suspension, steering, alignment. So we cover all those. We do some bookwork in the classroom. We do some chapters. We discuss that. Then we come in the shop and we do some work, which you saw today. Probably 20% lecture time compared to hands-on per week. And it might change too. So if I like the class I have today, the guys that were working on the Buick, those guys are my advanced students that they were here last quarter. And then they give me some new students. So I start with the new guys over. And then I kind of have to separate the class. So those guys, the advanced guys, are just going to get more hands-on this quarter. So that's how it works that way. And then as I get my other students going along, then we'll all be working on cars together in the shop. But those guys that are my advanced students don't have to sit in on the lectures. Desire. Be willing to get dirty when you're working on the cars, not worrying about, you have to dress appropriately for the class and that. But the attribute would be, I believe you either want to do it or you don't want to do it. There's people that don't know what they want to do, especially at the high school level. Now, I know this is the adult high school, but when I worked in a high school for 6 years, kids would try it, and that's what this course offers, because we have quarterly classes. So for 8 weeks, they can try it, and if they don't like it, then they can move on to something else, whether it would be electrical, plumbing, bricklaying, whatever MATC Adult High School offers for them. But another attribute, again, would just be a willingness to work with your hands. Although this field is extremely, I don't want to say difficult, but it does take, it's not like it used to be what we used to be called like grease monkeys back in the day. Right now, I mean, we're talking about working on computers and systems, wiring connections. The car is really sophisticated today, so it takes a special person that can combine that cognitive ability with the hands-on ability. Well, we teach engines, tune-up and emissions, chassis, and electrical, and each class is an advanced and a beginning and an advanced. So you have 8 quarters you'd go through to complete the whole class if you wanted to go through the whole adult high school program. Then you can transition into the college, going to MATC Oak Creek campus for a 1-year diploma, or MEC-1 for a 2-year associate degree at MATC MEC-1. So is there demand here? Yes, I work in the field and I work in the dealership right now. And I know that there's ads. I always look in the paper on Sunday to tell my students of any opportunities. And there's always many job openings in either repair facilities or new car dealerships. We do get feedback. In fact, we just placed a student that I had last semester, and he's in chassis in the morning with Mr. Busateri, and he was placed in a Firestone dealership. In fact, I believe it's on 6th and Wells, and they're real happy with him. And I know my experience at the high school. I know it's not MATC, but I know I brought some of my training here. I mean, they did a lot of nice stuff here before I was here, obviously, but I brought some of my stuff here, some of the work I do out of the textbooks and that. And with those guys, I had maybe 40 or 50 young guys working in the field, a couple of young ladies too. And they were really happy with the kids, because nowadays the dealer is looking for someone that'll be there on time, have a good attitude, and be willing to learn.